background, but we live in a country where it is really hot. So I have to have my fan on 3 and my AC on because I sweat fast. So I need to stay cool while I'm doing my video. So y'all excuse that noise, but welcome back to my channel. If you're new, don't forget to click that subscribe button. We are on our way to 100 subscribers, y'all. We on our way to 100 subscribers. But today our topic is going to be talking about period, menstrual cycle, ovulation, you know, all that good stuff with the feminine body, with the female body. And I know this video really isn't for guys today, but if you have a sister, niece, daughter, you know, a young tween, you could probably share this video with her because this is going to be very informative. Just a disclaimer, I'm not a gynecologist. I am not a general practitioner. I am just giving you guys my opinion on what I think. So let's get right into this video. The question we're going to start with is, how do you calculate your menstrual cycle? You know, many people think that your menstrual cycle is menstruation. It isn't. Your period is different from your menstrual cycle. Your period is in your menstrual cycle along with ovulation, but your menstrual cycle is the days of, okay, let me tell you how to calculate it. This is how I calculate it, but I have an app as well. How I calculate my menstrual cycle, I go back to the first day of my last period. So when I go back to the first day of my last period, I start counting from there. Let's just give an example. Say my period, the first day of my last period was March 8th. So I go to March 8th and I would start with day number 1. So 8 would be 1, 9 would be 2. And I would continue counting until I reach to the first day of my next period. So when I get to the first day of my next period, let's just say the first day of my next period would be April 9th. Just throwing out random numbers. Some females, their menstrual cycle could range from probably 21 days to 25 days. Some females, their menstrual cycle is even 40 days. Because the female body is so much to learn. You know, growing up, I didn't have anybody to teach me. Let me don't say I didn't have anybody to teach me. Nobody taught me. Okay, so a lot of things I had to learn on my own, whether it was from school, research of my own. I had to really learn a lot of stuff about the female body on my own. So calculating your menstrual cycle, if you guys find that hard to do on a calendar, you could also download the app. I'm going to leave it right here in the corner. The app, it's called Flow. I have the app on my phone and it is really, really good. It will tell you the specific date of your period down to the nitty gritty. I'm telling you, it is really good. And I like it. I mean, I feel like females should know more about their bodies, especially young girls growing up. I'm not the perfect parent, but I'm glad I was blessed with a daughter because I don't mind talking about anything. Literally anything I will speak to her about, because you don't want kids to go there and go to somebody else searching for this information because they have a parent right at home who could teach them it. The first time I learned about my period, I didn't even know my period was on. I didn't even know, and my mommy told my sister to show me. But anyway, we're not gonna get into that. Let's get into the next question. Okay, our next question is, how do you calculate to know when your next period would be? Well, I'm glad you asked this. You would calculate, okay, we already know. Let's just say our menstrual cycle is 25 days. We already know our menstrual cycle is 25 days. So we'd start counting that 25 days. Let's remember, I give the example of saying March 8th would be the day of the first day of my last period. So we'd start counting those 25 days from March 8th. So we go, day 1 would be March 8th, day 2 would be March 9th, until we reach to day 25, and that will give us the date of our period. It's kind of simple to add up. Sometimes the body does get thrown off and your period may not come on that same day that you calculated. It may not come on because sometimes a lot of things could change up our cycle. A lot of things could change it up. Exercising, birth control, you know, the foods we eat. It's like the female body so complicated. It's a lot of things that I'm still learning and all. So I wouldn't even come on here and tell you, okay, girl, yeah, you should do this, because it's a lot of things that I'm still learning, and even if I make a mistake in this video, if I do make a mistake and somebody wants to correct me, go right ahead down in the comments and correct me. I'm open to constructive criticism. So if I'm wrong with any of my statements, guys, go ahead, comment down below and let me know. But if comment down below and let me know if you agree with some of these statements I'm saying in my video. And also remember, I tell you the app Flow that also calculates your period. It says that calculates the periods. It asks you your symptoms. It gives you certain answers to things you may want to know when experiencing during your period. So we are going to get into the next question. So our next question would be, how do I dispose of pads, tampons, menstrual cups? Me personally, I've never used menstrual cups before, but I've heard that they're really good. I am going to purchase some probably next month and give it a trial and error run to let you guys and give you what do you call it? Give you a review on what I think of them. But let's get to first the pads. Me, I personally believe, I don't know if you guys use Always Kotex, but I stick to the Always brand. And Always, I feel as though when you disposing of a pad, you should wrap it up. If you're home, this is what you should do if you're home. You should wrap it up in plenty tissue, and then for the new pad that you're opening, use that new wrapper and go ahead and wrap that old pad along with the tissue that's around it. Wrap it up and throw it. You should have a bin inside your garbage in your bathroom. You should have a bin, and that bin should be emptied every day on your menstruation. That should be emptied every day. If you are out in public, I know a lot of public restrooms have a bin just for female what they call it, female stuff, pads. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, female pads, tampons, they have a bin, so you could put it in the same way you would wrap it up home. I would advise you to do the same way in a public restaurant and empty it in the bin that they have specified for tampons and pads. Do not empty it in a regular garbage. If they don't have that bin, then I could, yeah, okay, go ahead and empty it in a regular garbage. But after you wrap it up in a tissue, if they do not have the bin, after you wrap it up in the tissue, go ahead and put the new wrapping on it from the new pad you're about to use, and also wrap it with more tissue, because you don't really want nobody to know what you're doing inside the bathroom. I mean, I'm not saying be ashamed of having a period or whatever, but you want to be more discreet, and you don't want someone to look right in the garbage and be like, wow, someone have a pad right there, because you know women know the wrapping of a pad. So let's get into the next question. Okay, how do I know I'm ovulating? Sis, I'm glad you asked this question, because we don't want no unwanted pregnancies. We don't want no slip-ups. Ovulating, I mean, once you be able to get to know your body, like I say on the Flow app, it'll show you when you're ovulating. But most of the times, ovulating starts 14 to 15 days after your first day of your period. Ovulating would be probably 14-15 days after your first day of your period. Okay, let's say your period on March 8th. It starts on March 8th, so we're going to count 14 to 15 days after that. Normally, if you are ovulating, you would see, I don't know if y'all ever see egg whites, like when you put an egg inside a bowl and the egg white that's surrounding it. Normally your vaginal fluid would be just like how an egg white is, clear and stretchy. If you are comfortable enough with your body, it is, I would advise any woman to become comfortable with their body, to make sure and know these things, because you don't want no unwanted pregnancies, especially for my ladies who do not use birth control. It's really good to know and monitor your body. During ovulation, you could also experience the same type of cramps you experience during your period, because when I ovulate, I know I ovulated because I know my stomach's cramp up just like with my period on. And it's good to know when you're ovulating, especially for women who are probably trying to get pregnant too. It's good to know when you're ovulating. and you just have to learn your body to understand. And if you feel as though I'm not giving enough information on it, YouTube has so many videos on ovulation that you could always look up. So let's get into our last and final question. Do I believe in birth control? The only form of birth control I believe in are condoms. Let me give you my experience with the 3-month shot. I had my daughter about 8 years ago, and you know, after you have a baby in the Bahamas, they advise you to go to the clinic and go ahead and start taking a birth control shot. You can only get those shots if you are on your period, so they will give you that shot. And I took the 3-month shot, and I regret doing it because, for one, it had me bleeding very long. I bleed longer than usual after I had my daughter. For two, it has you eating a lot, and 3, your hormones are out of whack. You just like a crazy woman. I don't know if it affects everyone like that, but that's how it affected me. And from then, I never took another birth control. I lied. I took the 1-month shot, and it was just as bad. And I promised myself, I said I would never take another birth control. After that, I never did. I never did take another birth control because they really do mess up your body. They do. The only thing I would prefer is condoms. And if some women are allergic to latex, I know a lot of people. I know this guy. He owns a company and he sells condoms that are not latex. They are vegan products. So for the ladies who are allergic to latex, I probably will leave his link down below. But I watched a video with him the other day, and he creates condoms without vegan products. So that's all I had to talk about today with concerning periods, the menstrual cycle, ovulation. You know, if I missed out anything, y'all go ahead and comment down below. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. For my guys, share this with your daughters, your tweens, your nieces, sisters. You know, go ahead and share this video, y'all. Don't be scared. And we are on our way to 100 subscribers, y'all. Don't forget to subscribe. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Until next time, thank you for watching. See you later.